This is the story of a brand new team on the Texas scene, the Dallas Cowboys. They knew it would be a tough row to hoe, starting from scratch in an attempt to match the mighty aggregations of the National Football League. But the Cowboy management also knew that Texas fans wouldn't settle for anything less than the world's best football. And that means the National Football League. Let's review the big moments in the Dallas Cowboys' first campaign. As the Cowboys launched their tenderfoot season in the tough National Football League under the lights of the Cotton Bowl on September 24th, the other 12 teams aren't expecting much difficulty with the new entry. One of the fine veterans the Cowboys obtained in the league pool was end Fred Dugan, who spent 2 years with the San Francisco 49ers. But in the opening period, the Cowboys showed the Pittsburgh Steelers and the league that they have the talent to cause plenty of trouble. Eddie LeBaron hits Jim Doran over the middle. Doran, a 9-year NFL veteran, outruns the Pittsburgh defense on a 75-yard touchdown, the first Dallas touchdown in official league play. Little Eddie LeBaron, the smallest man ever to make the grade as a pro quarterback, gives the Dallas Rooters another big boost as he connects cross-country with Frank Clark to put the ball on the Steeler 10. LeBaron steps back and fires, and Fred Dugan makes a beautiful catch to give the Cowboys a 14-point advantage after 5 minutes of play. After the Steelers make it 14-7, the Cowboys saddle up and go looking for more points. Fred Dugan spears LeBaron's pass and is off on a 44-yard rampage before the Steelers can catch him. Don McElhenney rides hard for the Cowboys and scores. The Cowboys take a 21-7 lead over the shocked Steelers. Pittsburgh makes it 21-14 and then ties the game as Tom Tracy connects with Buddy Dial on the halfback pass. Dial dashes off on a 70-yard scoring play to make it 21-21. Two old pros put the Cowboys back on top as LeBaron hits Jim Doran. Jim rides the range all the way to the payoff pasture to give the Cowboys a 28-21 lead. In the final quarter with the score tied at 28, the old master, Bobby Lane, gives the victory to the Steelers. Tom Tracy takes Lane's pass, and the stocky halfback scores the winning touchdown. Pittsburgh has to come from behind with one of its best games of the season to secure a narrow victory. With one game under their belts, the Cowboys are in good shape as they face the Philadelphia Eagles under the Cotton Bowl lights. Frank Clark, a fine offensive end, brings 3 years of NFL experience with him from the Cleveland Browns. The Eagles lead 13-6 in the third period. Eddie LeBaron uncorks the Cowboys' money play. Frank Clark gathers in the long rollout pass, and in the race to the goal line, Frank's an easy winner. Now it's 13-12. The Cowboys can tie it up on this play, but lack of experience daunts the boys from Big D as Bobby Freeman breaks through to block Fred Cohn's conversion try. It's 20-12 in the final quarter as Dave Scherer punts for the Cowboys. Tim Brown muffs the fair catch, and Bob Fry falls on the ball for the Cowboys. Eddie LeBaron makes the break pay off as he sneaks over for the score, and the Eagles' lead is dwindled to 20-18. For the second time in the game, Bobby Freeman spoils things for the Cowboys. Freeman blocks Cohn's conversion try, and the Cowboys trail 20-18. The Eagles strike again when they get the ball. Billy Ray Barnes turns the left side for a 23-yard touchdown. Philadelphia has a 27-18 lead with less than 2 minutes remaining. But the Cowboys aren't through yet. With 12 seconds on the clock, LeBaron breaks out of the clutch of an Eagle defender and fires to Gene Babb, who goes in for the touchdown. The Cowboys give championship-bound Philadelphia its nearest squeak as they go down by the margin of 2 extra points. The Cowboys move into St. Louis with their sights set on win number 1. Their 2 close games with Pittsburgh and Philadelphia prove that the NFL's newest entry is not to be taken lightly. The Baltimore Colts gave up L.G. Dupre in the player pool, an act that will make Dallas happy for many years to come. In the opening minutes of play, LeBaron and Jim Doran team up to move the ball into Cardinal territory. From 25 yards out, Fred Cohn splits the uprights, and the Cowboys take a first period 3-0 advantage. After a safety makes it Dallas 3, St. Louis 2, the Cards are on the wing. John David Crow picks up 20 yards. The Falstaff slow-motion camera affords a revealing look at this Cardinal scoring sortie. Crow plows through a huge opening for the first touchdown of the game. St. Louis leads 9-3. The Cowboys defensive unit grabs the spotlight, and what a show it puts on. Time and time again, defensive heroes such as Wayne Hanson, Don Healy, and Jerry Tubbs stop the great Cardinal running attack dead in its tracks. The great defensive effort inspires the offensive team. LeBaron hits Billy Houghton on the Cardinal 42. Our slow-motion camera gives us a good look at this beauty. L.G. Dupre snares the LeBaron pass, and L.G. roams the range to the 3-yard line. With goal to go, Dupre caroms into the end zone for the Cowboys counter. The Cardinals score a last-second field goal to nip the Cowboys 12-10 as the Cowboys continue to surprise the National Football League. As the season neared the midway mark, the competition faced by the Cowboys became stiffer. After the early season near successes, the rest of the teams were well aware of the Dallas potential. The Cowboys faced the powerful Cleveland Browns at home on October 16th, and the overall talent of the Ohioans was too much for the Cowboys. On their first series of downs, the Browns strike. Bobby Mitchell takes a swing lateral, and the fast-stepping halfback streaks through the Cowboys on a twisting 46-yard run for a touchdown. Mitchell, one of the league's most explosive runners, is having one of his best days of the season. The Cleveland blockers clear the way, and Bobby breezes by the Cowboys for a 30-yard touchdown trick. Dick Bielski kicks off for the Cowboys to open the second half. On the receiving end is, you guessed it, Bobby Mitchell. The Cleveland Cyclone gets a couple of key blocks and heads for the wide open spaces down the far sideline. Mitchell outdistances everyone on a 90-yard scoring return as Cleveland stuns the Cowboys 48-7. There was no let-up in the tough competition. The world champion Baltimore Colts knew they had to be at their best for the upstarts from Dallas. Led by their great quarterback, Johnny Unitas, the Colts strike early and often. Raymond Burry takes this Unitas pass over the middle, and Burry bolts into the Cowboy corral to rack up a 68-yard touchdown. Unitas and Burry proved to be tough hombres for the Cowboys. Burry, who went on to become the top receiver in the league, sheds Cowboys like a bucking bronco as he stampedes 70 yards to score another Colt counter. Unitas throws his 4th touchdown pass of the game as he connects with Lenny Moore, and the Colts roll to a lopsided 45-7 victory. Forewarned by the Cowboys' early showing, NFL Power probes their weaknesses. At City Stadium in Green Bay, Wisconsin, the Cowboys played the eventual Western Conference champion Green Bay Packers, and the overall Packer depth was too much for the Cowboys' lack of team experience. The Packers unleashed their human steamroller, fullback Jim Taylor. The 215-pound Thunderbolt explodes for a 28-yard touchdown. Taylor continues to harass the Cowboys. Jim breaks loose from what appears to be a sure tackle and dashes off on his third scoring trip of the day as the Packers take a 34-0 lead. Quarterback Lamar McCann keeps the Packer machine rolling in high gear. McCann hits Boyd Dowler, who's knocked out of bounds on the Dallas 4. Paul Hornung, the league's top scorer, crashes into the end zone for the tally as the Packers take a commanding 41-0 lead. Late in the Packer game, the tide of the 1960 season begins to turn for Dallas. The Cowboys hit the upgrade as they profit from earlier disasters and start to click as a team. The fall staff camera watches as Don Meredith, the quarterback the Cowboys are counting on for future success, connects with Ray Matthews for 20 yards. Dallas averts a shutout as Meredith passes to Walt Kowalczyk, who barrels over for the touchdown. Green Bay displays an overpowering offensive show, but the Cowboys' late offensive spark is a sign of better days ahead. The disasters suffered in midseason proved to be invaluable in molding the Cowboys into a smooth-working and determined team during the latter part of the campaign. On November 27th, the Cowboys are in Chicago to battle the Bears. The Cowboys are counting heavily on Don McElhenney to do a majority of their groundwork. The Big Bears strike early. On their first play from scrimmage, Willie Gallimore gallops through the Cowboys for 54 yards before Tom Frankhauser can bring them down. The Bears jump into the lead as Rick Caceres powers over from the 4. The Windy City Warriors make it 14-0 before the Cowboys can get anything going. But when they get going, they do it up big. Don McElhenney takes a pass in the right flat. Don turns the corner, then turns on the speed, and nary a Bear can lay a hand on him as he gallops 64 yards for a touchdown. The Dallas defense holds Chicago to 17 points, but the offense fails to provide any more points, and the Cowboys drop a close one. As the Cowboys travel to Detroit to take on the fast-finishing Lions, the prospects for victory number 1 are better. The Lions get on the scoreboard first as Nick Pietrasani thunders up the middle and goes all the way to score on a 43-yard route. The fired-up Cowboys come roaring back. Eddie LeBaron pinpoints Fred Dugan for 20 yards. Billy Houghton recovers Dugan's fumble. LeBaron's passing has the Cowboys riding high. Jim Doran takes this one to the Detroit 29. The fumble is after the whistle. LeBaron, one of the greatest competitors the game has ever known, keeps throwing. Billy Houghton takes the toss to make it goal to go. L.G. Dupre dives over on the final play of the drive, and the Cowboys are in the thick of the battle. In the fourth quarter, the Cowboys are picking away at the Lion lead. LeBaron passes to Dupre for a 17-yard pickup. On 4th and 6, LeBaron is back to punt. A little signal caller finds some running room and races for a first down on a daring play. LeBaron sets out to make his gamble pay off. He connects with Jim Doran for 9 yards. 2 plays are all it takes. LeBaron fakes everybody and sends up a pass aimed for Billy Houghton in the right corner. Houghton makes the catch behind Yale Larry for a touchdown. The Cowboys come close but fall a little short as they lose a thriller to Detroit. At New York's Yankee Stadium, the Cowboys put on their greatest performance of the season as they face the defending Eastern Conference champions, the New York Giants. With the Giants in front 14-0, the never-say-die Cowboys come charging back. LeBaron teams with Jim Doran to put the ball on the Giant 9. Cowboys rustle up their first score of the game as L.G. Dupre crashes for the tally. The Giants make it 21-7, but the Cowboys refuse to quit. Gene Babb takes LeBaron's short pass to the Giant 21. Trail boss LeBaron directs the Cowboys to another score as he pinpoints L.G. Dupre for the 6-pointer to make it New York 21, Dallas 17 at halftime. After the Giants add a field goal, the Cowboys are saddled up again as LeBaron hits Billy Alton with a sideline pass. LeBaron, the pint-sized passer with pinpoint precision, eludes the on-rushing Giants and fires on target to L.G. Dupre. L.G. twists around his defender to score the touchdown that ties the game at 24-24. Lee Groscup is at the Giant control as the New Yorkers try to keep their title hopes alive. Kyle Root makes the grab for a first down. Groscup lets go a beautiful toss that Bob Schnelker hauls in the end zone. New York regains the lead at 31-24. The spirited charges of Coach Tom Landry fight back. Eddie LeBaron eludes the mighty rush put on by the Giants and hits Jim Doran with a running pass. Doran gets to the Giant 10. LeBaron, who overcomes size with guts, fires a touchdown pass to Billy Alton as the Cowboys put on a great scoring performance to tie the mighty New York Giants 31-31 in one of the National Football League's most exciting games of 1960. The formative year is over. The Cowboys met as strangers last summer, learned to play together en route to becoming a representative team in the finest football league in the history of professional football, the National Football League. The Cowboys offer more experience and many new faces for the 1961 season. Among the newcomers, All-American tackle Bob Lilly of TCU. Former Rice All-American and All-Pro halfback Dickie Megal. New Mexico running sensation Don Perkins, and an outstanding receiver from Baylor, Sonny Davis. The Dallas Cowboys are definitely the team to watch. Opposing coaches and players were unanimous in their agreement to this. 1961 could see the Cowboys blossom into a title contender, so to assure yourself of good seats to all the Cowboy home games, contact the Cowboys main office at 4425 North Central Expressway for details.